All right, all my fellow Browns fans, and to everybody that watches this blog, this video blog, I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? I like getting all the views and stuff like that. And, I'm glad there's other Browns fans out there who can relate to a lot of the stuff I say and everything like that. Today, I really want to talk about free agency. Uh, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are really disappointed in the direction the Browns are going right now. Of course, we know everything about the whole lockout and having $35 million in cap space, or 30 to $35 million in cap space, that has to be used this year. There were a lot of free agents out there. I thought that, a lot of people say, well, we're going into the West Coast offense. We don't really need a good receiver. I think that's baloney. I think we could use somebody besides a Robo or Massaquoi. Greg Little, yeah, he's going to be a rookie, though. So, we can't really count on him right now. I think he will be good in the future, though. Let's see who else we got. All right, so at wide receiver, we had Vincent Jackson. We didn't, I guess we weren't interested. Didn't look at him. Roy Williams gone to Chicago today. Steve Smith is still out there, but just guys are just going. Period. Guys are going, and we don't seem to be looking at them. And I think a lot of people are like, well, we're gonna get Ray Edwards. Ray Edwards. That's who the Browns are gonna get. We're not gonna just not do anything. Ray Edwards is gonna be that guy. Well, that turned out to be false because Ray Edwards' agent has left calls at Cleveland and in Cleveland, and we never returned the call, and we showed no interest in him, which is weird because we're going into a 4-3, and you would think that we want another. I know we drafted Jabal Sheard out of Pittsburgh, second round, to go on one end, but to have Ray Edwards on the other end, that would just been devastating. I think. I mean, there's no way you can say we didn't need Ray Edwards. I mean, period. I mean, every Browns fan in Cleveland knew we needed Ray Edwards, and he was willing to come to Cleveland. So, huge mistake by the Browns right there. I think that was devastating. Brandon Jackson, okay, I can live with that. It's not a bad Super Bowl champion. I know we like to get guys that can win in here, but I thought Willis McGahee for me would have been a better option to fit with Hillis, and this is why. Last year, these last couple years, I thought that Ray Rice is like a power back similar to like Hillis, and I thought that Willis McGahee complimented him well. So I thought that could have been the same thing in Cleveland. But Brandon Jackson's okay. You really don't get any complaints from me with Brandon Jackson. I don't mind that. But that's not what we're looking for, though. We were looking for a free agent game changer. Now, some people will say, well, why spend money on a free agent when we're not going to be competing anytime soon? That's loser talk. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers went 10-6 last year. I'm pretty sure nobody thought they would go 10-6 last year. All right, the Browns when we went 10-6, that was a complete surprise. Derek Anderson came out of nowhere. We thought Charlie Fry was going to be our starter for the year. Nobody thought we'd go 10-6. So to say that this season just over already, we're going to go, I don't know, 0-16 or whatever, 1-15, whatever people think we're going to go. It's just bogus. You can't just give up on the season before it starts. I say every year you should try to get guys like you're going to try to compete. I mean, we're in a tough division. I think the worst thing about being a Browns fan is that we are in a tough division right now. And we've had like a lot of bad draft picks come through, and it's just putting us further and further behind. For a couple wins every now and then against Cincinnati, the Ravens, Steelers, but the bad draft picks of the past have really hurt us today. All right, so I am completely like kind of just in a way devastated by our lack of just not getting any free agents at all. I mean, yeah, we signed some kind of guy from I think it was a safety from the Saints who don't look at him as a guy that's going to be your starter or anything like that. He's going to be a special teams guy, maybe a guy that comes in certain situations, but he's not a starter. Uh, I know Dante Whitner's still out there. Nate Clements, a guy from both of them are from Cleveland, I think, and they're out there right now. I'm not sure how much they would cost, but remember, we have $35 million that has to be used this year. There's a couple of guys I would like to see us re-sign. Like I would love to see us maybe give a nice little contract to Joe Thomas. I wanted to see us re-sign Vickers, honestly, but people say, well, we're going to the West Coast offense or whatever, and we don't really need a fullback who doesn't have reliable hands. Okay, one, Pat Shermer. Go look back at the St. Louis Rams last year and tell me how many catches their fullback had. Get back to me. He had like one catch. All right, the fullback really isn't even used in the passing game in the West Coast offense. And this is Pat Shermer I'm talking about. So that's blown. I think we could have kept. Lawrence Vickers as Hillis, as Peyton Hillis right now, as Jerome Harrison. Matter of fact, as Jamal Lewis too. That's another guy that had a big season with us. Ask them how good was Lawrence Vickers and how needed he was. Whoever this new guy we drafted is not going to be as good as Lawrence Vickers. Lawrence Vickers is the best blocking fullback in the NFL by many. I'm one of them that thinks that. You know, there might be a couple guys who competing with him for that, but I think he's the best blocking fullback in the NFL. I mean, period. I don't understand why we would just let him go. I mean, we still got Hillis there. I mean, we need somebody to plow the way for Hillis. This new guy, I mean, I'm guessing people really like him a lot, but there's no way, we don't know for sure that he's going to be better than Lawrence Vickers. I think that's dumb right now. So right now, I'm just not feeling good about the Browns right now. I feel like we've already tossed in the white flag for this year already. Like I'm calling right now. Unless we get somebody, you know, within hours, things could change. I mean, we got month, like, you know, Steve Smith is still out there, whatever. There's some guys out there, but it seems like we're already calling it a wrap on this season, and we're just going to wait till next year's draft and hope that we get the number one pick or the number two pick or whatever like that. I'm pretty sure the big loser in this is Colt McCoy. I think he's a really big loser in this. I think he could have used a real reliable weapon that can scare cornerbacks and safeties. There are no corners and safeties in this league or linebackers that are scared of Brian Robisky, Mohamed Massaquoi coming their way. Now, Josh Cribbs, okay, he's not really a wide receiver. He's a guy that can come in. He does scare people, but that's more through special teams and when we line him up as a running back in the backfield. Then he scares people, but corners and safeties are not scared of Robo and Massaquoi. Don't think that for 1 second. They're not even stressing that. Period. So I was really hoping that we get a receiver. If we really do want to treat Colt McCoy like he's our franchise quarterback, I'm not 100% sold on him, but I think the guy has some talent. He had some bright spots last year, especially that game against the Patriots. The guy can throw. I think a West Coast offense will probably fit a lot more for him. But if we really consider him our franchise quarterback or our quarterback of the future, whatever you want to call it, I think we should have got him a weapon that he can really use that can scare the defense, that can maybe stretch the field when we have to. In this league, you still got to stretch the field eventually. I mean, you got to stretch the field. So I was hoping that maybe we can grab somebody. Maybe we'll trade for somebody. I'm making this video today, so you know anything can happen. The minute I log off of this video, somebody could literally come to Cleveland. I don't know, but I'm just not really feeling high on the Browns right now. Like, you know, this year is the time of year I usually like to feel good. We get a couple guys come into camp, whatever, I feel good. But right now, I'm not excited at all. I'm not saying that we had to go out there and get Namdi Asamoah, but I thought there was some guys that we definitely could have got, man. I thought we needed a receiver. That right tackle, we don't have a right tackle. Okay, right guard. Okay, we might have a right guard with that rookie we got from Arizona State last year. Lava Man, they call him. Sean Laval. All right, we might have a right guard with him. All right, he wasn't healthy last year. Maybe be healthy this year. Be a stud at right guard. Fine, but we don't have a right tackle. Do you want to see that guy pass shows out there again? No, we don't have right tackles. Period. Right now, I thought we could have really went after that guy from Atlanta, maybe overpaid for him and got a right tackle for the future. I mean, we really could use a right tackle. It was pretty ugly last year. That pass shows guy is slow. But yeah, I do like what we done with the defensive backfield because now you have Montario Hardesty back there. We can see what he can do if he stays healthy or whatever. We got Peyton Hillis, the Madden cover guy, the best. And then you got Jackson back there. I think he's more of he's going to be a third down back. And maybe he's insurance in case Montario Hardesty goes down. So that's definitely a way to look at that for the Browns. You know, Joe Hayden, T.J. Ward back there, whatever. But I would definitely like for us to look at Nate Clements and Dante Whitner. I think they can compete. I think they can definitely be starters for us. So I really like to see that happen for us. But just not high on the Browns right now, man. But you know me, man. I love the Browns and everything. I've been a fan since 1999. And some say, well, why not? The Browns had moved at one point. They didn't come back to 99. When in 92, 93, I wasn't even aware. I was born in 89. I wasn't even aware of the Browns at that point, honestly. I knew nothing about the Browns. But for some reason in 99, I became a fan of them. You know, I'm from Cleveland. Though in the state I live in right now, I can't seem to find any other Browns fans in California. I'm like the only one out here. It feels like maybe I'll meet one day. I don't know, but I'm really, I'm still excited about the season. Excited to see what Phil Taylor and Jabal Shear can do. I'm really excited to see the 4-3 defense. I've been screaming for a 4-3 for quite some time now. I was pretty upset when Cornell came in and put that 3-4 in. Not saying I wasn't behind Cornell, but I'm not a fan of the 3-4 in Cleveland at all. We just don't get the linebackers for it. That's why you see we never had success. We just don't have the linebackers to make a solid 3-4. DeQuell Jackson's coming back. That's good. Go Kong, Marcus Bernard, Matt Roth is gone. Eric Wright, he just dipped out today. So we definitely need a corner. So, we got to spend. We have $35 million. We got to spend some of this money. Nate Clements is out there. We need a corner. I'm not saying I would go get Asante Samuel, but we need a corner. So, thanks for everybody for listening to this. Go Browns. No matter how down we feel about the Browns right now, we still got to support them. Got a season coming up in a few weeks. Preseason starting up. And I'm mad at the NFL for ruining the Hall of Fame game. I really want to see that Hall of Fame game. But that's really just get into the season. Hope for the best, man. I'm hoping for 8-8. I'll be happy with 8-8, 9-7, 10-6. I know that. I mean, it's probably not likely, especially with the way things are going now. But the Browns feel the need to go that way. I'm hoping that Holmgren and Heckert know what they're doing. Right now, it doesn't seem like, especially with that trade from with Jerome Harrison for Mike Bell. I thought that was a garbage trade. Then we give Jake Delhomme $20 million and cut him the next year. I thought that was retarded. But let's hope for the best. Go Browns. And yeah, Joe Hayden's the man. Deuces.